What's up guys, PPD here, and welcome to episode 39 of my road to Manchester City. Starting off once again by looking at our transfer list. We are at 313,000 coins. Our Caballero, which we bought back for around 50,000 coins, has sold once again for 65,000 coins, which means we have made about 10k profit. We sold one David Luiz for 3,000 coins. We are still holding on to a bunch of David Luizes, of course, and we're going to go into our first game. But before that, we're going to go ahead and open the free pack that EA have been giving everybody every single day. And once again, we get nobody worth mentioning. And once again, it really doesn't matter if we get somebody good or not, because they are not part of the City team. So the best thing that can happen is that we get somebody expensive that we already have in the City team, and then we can sell the one we bought and have that one. But I don't think that's going to happen. But we go into our second game of Division 3 and our first game of the episode, and we come across this guy who's got a pretty nice Serie A BPL with a touch of La Liga in it. Only 97 chemistry though. He did miss out on some links on some few players, but he would have the first chance of the game over there. He would try to create a chance right there with Felipe Anderson. However, we do get the ball back with Otamendi. Otamendi though loses the ball over there, and right over here he gets a penalty. And I honestly couldn't believe how that was the penalty, but after looking at it on the replay, basically what happened was I was trying to clear it, so I was spamming X, but it didn't switch to Company, who was going to clear it. It was still on Otamendi, and he ended up slide tackling a player in the box, and I thought that was a complete bullshit penalty, because honestly I was trying to clear it out with Company, but it was on Otamendi, and it ended up slide tackling, which was a completely stupid slide tackle. Like, why would I ever do that if that guy didn't even have the ball? But whatever, it is what it is. He gets a penalty, he finds the back of the net with it, and we are down early. But not too long after, we would have a chance to equalize it over here. Fernandinho with a great pass to David Silva. David Silva cuts inside, however on his weak foot he can't find the back of the net. Extremely poor finish right there from David Silva, but I can't expect much from him on his right foot, considering his weak foot is like -5, and he like never scores with his right foot in real life anyways. But in the 23rd minute, we would have another chance. Once again, David Silva passes it to Aguero this time, and Aguero with a great finish to make it 1-1. I guess David Silva did redeem himself a little bit right there by assisting Aguero. But in the 29th minute, not too long after us scoring, he would try to create a chance over here, and he would be sent through on goal after a deflection to Baka. However, Hart comes up big with a great save on Mertens' shot and keeps us in the game. And in the 30th minute, he would have a free kick over here. We get the ball with Otamendi though, and once again we go ahead and do a counterattack. I feel like 80% of our goals were counterattack plays that we create, so that's something to note. And over here, David Silva once again to Yaya Toure. Yaya Toure with the sweaty pass to Aguero, and Aguero gets himself his second goal of the game. And things are looking good as we head to halftime with the 2-1 lead. Came back from 1-0 down, and we are starting to play a little bit better. David Silva with 2 assists, or assist of an assist and 1 assist, and Aguero with 2 goals. Things are looking good. Still a pretty tight game though. We have created a few more chances, have a little bit more possession, but it's still anybody's game. And in the 70th minute, after not too much action, we go ahead, bring on De Bruyne for David Silva. Hopefully he can create a few chances, maybe even grab himself a goal. And in the 73rd minute, Navas runs down the right-hand side over here, is going to try and pass it to Aguero, and he does. Aguero through on goal, gives it to Sterling. Sterling beats the goalkeeper, and we are now up 3-1. So Sterling grabs himself a goal and puts us in the driver's seat, as we now have the 2-goal cushion. And in the 90th minute, we would send Sterling through on goal, but the ref blows for full time. I was a little bit annoyed there, because I really would have liked to see Sterling get his second goal, but it is what it is. We get the 3 points. We win 3-1. A pretty good game from the team. Aguero gets himself man of the match for his 2 goals. And once again, we have won in Division 3. We're 2-0-0. A pretty good start. Hopefully we can continue that. And we go ahead and take a look at our transfer list, and once again, we have sold Raheem Sterling for profit. We bought him for around 160,000 or less, sold him for 180,000, which is about over 10k profits, and we sold 3 more David Luizes. And over here, I'm showing you guys that I bought back Caballero. I think I bought him back for around 53,000. I always buy him around that price, so keep that in mind. The Sterling right there, bought him once again for around 160,000. Still holding on to David Luiz's, and something I wanted to go ahead and do and was invest in Smalling. I know he plays for the Scum, but I feel like investing in Smalling is a great idea because he is going to be a card of value considering his stats. So hopefully with those two investments right there, they do go up in price. We bought them for around 53,000 coins, and if they just go up to 60,000 coins, I'll be happy. And we go ahead, open the second pack, and this one was a lot better than the first one because we do end up getting Willian, Shia LaBeouf right there, and Leno, but it obviously once again means nothing because we did not grab a City player. So we're going to go into our second game of the episode, our third game in Division 3 with the City squad once again, and we come across this guy who's got a Premier League just like us, except he does have some different players in there. Sturridge paired up with his England international teammate Wayne Rooney, Sterling on the left, Willian on the right. Pretty strong midfield and defense with a very good goalie. So it was going to be quite an interesting thing. The only downside I saw with this team was the 4-4-2, something I heard a lot of bad things about, and I was going to try and take advantage of that. However, Aguero does get fouled by Koscielny. He stays on his feet though, keeps the ball, gives it to David Silva, and David Silva with a great finish right there gives us the 1-0 lead early on. And once again, from a counterattack over here, we go through on goal. It's a 3v1. We have to score. David Silva waiting for the defender before he can pass it to Sterling, which he does, and Sterling finds the back of the net and gets us our second goal. So great game so far for David Silva. Already has himself a goal and an assist, and over here in the 45th minute he would try to create one last chance, gives it to Aguero. Aguero puts it through the legs of Koscielny, and David Silva grabs his second goal of the game. And that Aguero-Silva partnership is working very well, and that's what I like to see. Aguero assists him, David Silva assists Aguero, and it's just lovely because we grab ourselves a bunch of goals. And we head into the half with a 3-0 lead. This guy is absolutely getting demolished. Hasn't even had a shot on target yet. We have way more possession than him, and we are pretty much in a very good position to grab 3 points over here. But he would have the first chance of the second half right there early on. Hart comes up big, blocking De Bruyne from scoring, and I don't want him fighting right there because we do have De Bruyne on our team, but a pretty good save from Hart, and I like to show that he's also a big part of the team because he does come up big a lot of times and saves us. And over here, Aguero, great piece of skill, great finish, and grabs himself his first goal of the game, a 4-0 lead. This game is pretty much done and dusted, but in the 80th minute, I really wanted David Silva to get his hat-trick, so I would do whatever I can to pass it to him and skill with him and dribble just so he can grab his hat-trick. And over here, he does do a great dribbling, gets past like a few 3-4 players, and finishes it on his right foot, something I couldn't believe, and grabs himself the hat-trick. So I guess his weak foot isn't that bad after all, and we get our 5th goal right there, 5-0, and after that this guy dropped his control, didn't even bother playing anymore, so I just waited it out. The ref blew for full time. We win once again in Division 3, 3-0, 9 points so far. Things are looking great for the City team, and hopefully we can continue to do that so we can win the title this time, because I do imagine we get more coins this time around if we win the title than if we did last time. But David Silva gets himself man of the match for his 3 goals and assists. I think he got 1 assist, and that is going to conclude this episode of my road to Manchester City, guys. Stay tuned for episode 40. It will be a live commentary, so hopefully you guys will enjoy that. Anyways, guys, my name is Pippy Deed, and I'm out.